Then we're going to go on to one specific stock that I believe is the steal of a century. I think you would be a criminal to snap up this stock at current prices. This stock has a killer competitive business model, a lot of catalysts.
Let's go over Friday.
An asymmetrical risk versus reward profile, and overall, of course, a great valuation. I'm going to make my case for this stock and I'll let you be the judge. As always, if you're the one taking the ultimate risk, you got to be the one doing the ultimate frisk. Always do your own due diligence on all ideas presented. Also, quick plug, our Halloween sale on Discord membership.
Okay, we are going to go over Friday, which was low volume, but it's always low volume on Fridays after Christmas. So, this is actually live. Your comments do show up here. Questions, whatever. And this is where we're at. So, market on Friday pulled back a little bit, sort of at all-time highs still. Depending on if we're talking about the SPY, NASDAQ, of course, E-mini futures, this is all the same. Small caps, IWM, pulling back a little. Russell, it's all the same. Now the talk of the town is silver with a massive euphoria day. I'm not going to call it a blow-off day. Gold looks like it could keep going a little bit. Natural gas still on that bounce, forming a flag now actually. Oil, big down day. So while we're there, if we look at XLE, energy ETF, not doing so hot. Finish up futures, soybeans, curling up a little bit, nothing too interesting here. Copper, pretty strong as well. Well, we can do ETFs, financials, pulling back a little, healthcare, okay. Utilities, nothing really. Industrials, nothing really. Staples, nothing really. And discretionary, nothing really. So, biggest stocks of the market, starting with NVIDIA. Strong. Not buyable here, in my opinion. Unless you just expect the market to keep going up. Google hanging in there. Broadcom hanging in there. Tesla breakout invalidated. So you do have to watch out for these fake breakouts. Like what happened on, well, this was actually just a print, so we can just ignore that. But the point is it dumped and it didn't reclaim. So sorry, get out of that futures thing. Get out of this options thing. Here we go. Stocks, keeping it simple. Next on the list, in terms of massive trillion-dollar companies, TSM having some strength, impressively. Keep watch on that. Lilly, not super interesting. Palantir, you gotta be careful when you get a shelf and then a green day and then another shelf. Unless there's some massive news like the Hut Google. Hut being the Bitcoin miner turned data center play. ASML, not too interesting. AMD sideways. GE selling out. We'll let that be. See if it can hold that. 315 left side peak. Micron selling out, not too interesting. CAD, I don't know about that. Merck, we'll just ignore that grind. CRM, yeah, I don't like that grinding up. App 11 coming back a little bit. Another semi LRCX. Shopify, a little bit of strength here. This one might be interesting given that it undercut a little bit. Don't love it, but there's not a ton to love in the market right now, if we're being completely honest. You guys don't need to see the volume, right? So I can pull this down. If you need to see the volume on anything, just let me know. But we're going to get that out of here so that I can, on my side of the screen, I can expand and I can add to my watch list, which you can't see, but I will show it to you when it'll fit on the screen. Alright. Now, I'm just getting rid of doing some housekeeping down here. Actually, you could see that on the screen, right? What I should do is I should be able to see what you're seeing while I do what I'm doing. That would be make way too much sense. Okay. So, what else? AMAT grinding up here. Not too interesting. Qualcomm, nothing doing. GV hanging in there. I don't know about that. Booking is hanging in there. Still have that on watch. Intel hasn't broken down yet. Definitely don't like it as long. Boeing, definitely leave that alone for a bit. APH, nothing. KLAC, nothing. Sorry, I do want you to be able to see the price, though. Should be able to fix that. Get the price in there. Okay. KLAC's not horrible. ANET, hanging in there. Guild rolling over. Pfizer, I don't know about that. Crowd, it's worth watching. I don't want to buy something just over the 200, although we did just see one that did well. I think it was Boeing, definitely. Blackstone, okay. Maybe let that form out a little more. Vertex is still setting up well. KKR, let that roll over. Gold, again, is super high, but not uninteresting here. So, keep it on watch here. Now, what else do we got cooking here? Okay. CEG rolling over, nothing. HCA, kind of interesting, but I don't know how predictable this breakout really. Well, I mean, it did rise this, surf this moving average. Maybe we'll let this get tight a little bit. HCA and crowd, though. I guess we can put those on the list. I mean, this list is going to get pretty long. We're going to have to trim it down. Try to make this stream short, okay? But it's also a Sunday, so I'm feeling, casual. Hood. This thing is pretty garbage right now. What else? CVS. I'm gonna guess nothing's going there. Let that do something interesting. It's a big wave. I don't know. Dash. It's not horrible. It's another 200 moving average. See, this is the challenge with the once you add one stock that's above the 200, then you just start adding a whole bunch. So I'm gonna get rid of the HCA, get rid of crowd. And then Dash is going to leave that alone. AEM, another gold name, extended on that one. CDNS, I don't know. Apollo is okay. Yeah, it's on the list of watches, but that was under 200, kind of like crowd. HWM looks like a short. Airbnb, it's scary to look at something that's up this much, but it's definitely forming a flag. I don't know if this is gonna move to the upside, though. It does have some pretty significant failed wicks. Regeneron. Coming up to this breakout. Regeneron's a slow one, but is finally at a spot where it's worth paying attention to. Whoa, what is that? This is actually useful, maybe. collect garbage. New collecting here. Barrick gold miner. We're just gonna only pick one, which is NEM, although this looks pretty interesting. NEM has that left side peak thing. RCL cruises, yeah, that did not look good. Leave that alone for a bit. Corning, it's in no man's land. Snow, kind of like crowd. FCX is just grinding. This was an awesome move. This is 10%. It took a full week, but pretty awesome. Can't do anything right now. INFY, leave that alone. Marvel, leave that alone. WMB, leave that alone. CMI, probably leave that alone. I don't know. Serious reclaim, but WBD rolling over. Net, no. TEL, no. PWR, no. PRT, no. Seagate holding. WDC holding. Carvana rolling over. SLB rolling over. WPM, I don't know about that. XPI, yuck. IDXX, no. RKT, nothing special. ANY, nothing special. URI, still on the watch, but weird. PSX, I don't know. VLO, no. D-Dog, look like another short. I don't know. Don't want anything to do with Delta Airlines right now. PWR going sideways. Target, big move, but let that build out, if anything. BKR might have something here, but again, it's after a big move down, so I'm going to ignore that. Reddit, ignore that. DHI, ignore that. FICO, ignore that. CCL, another cruiser coming down. eBay, nothing doing there. NUE looks okay. INSM, nothing. Rocket Lab got crushed finally. ARES, nothing. UAL, nothing. Sandus, nothing. Mongo, pretty tight, but it doesn't go fast. XP, nothing. And Microchip rolling over. CLS rolling over a little bit. SoFi rolling over a bit. CN had an important spot, but don't want it just yet. Fix, interesting. If he comes back first. Live, nothing. HBE. It's a slow mover. It's not uninteresting. It's kind of an ugly thing going on there. Teradyne. I don't know about that. And just to check in too with where we're at here. You know, we came down and we pretty much went straight up. So that's what's going on. And then Humana, nothing. NRG, nothing. Sats, ignore it. DG, you could buy it here, but probably not super interesting. Core holding in a weird spot. Ignore that. SSLR, I don't know about that. A-Lab rolling over. Light coming back a little bit. Alta, I don't know about this. TPR is just grinding unstoppably. CRDO, I don't know. EXE, I don't know. Rivian, I don't know. JBL, just gotta come back a little bit. OMC, weird. Firm, I don't know about that. Dollar Tree, undercut. This might be something. Don't hate it. Yeah, don't hate it. PAS, PAAS. Know about that. PHM, no. Momentum. PSTG, ugly. ON, sketchy. And BIS, rolling over. Another airline, Southwest, I don't know about how interesting airlines are at all. That's holding up. BE, not great. SDS, another cell with the space names. Unity, rolling a little bit here. Leave that alone. DKS, I don't know. ALB, coming back a little bit. Roku looks interesting for sure. Solid day. IONQ failure on the quantums. AA has got to roll over some, although that's aluminum, might be going with steel. HL is a mining name. I don't know if we can look at aluminum, something like AL or something. I don't know what that is. That's not a thing. We didn't look at platinum and palladium as well in the futures, but obviously really popular. Platinum, another green day on Friday. And then palladium, big squeeze out, reminiscent of the gold squeeze out. So see what happens there. But this is this mining name, HL. Nothing too special here. Iron, ugly like NBIS. AVAV rolling over Joby. I don't know about that. SCDE is not terrible. A little weird. mRNA coming down. Oklo nothing. NCLH nothing. AAL nothing. MP rolling over. QBTS nothing. PATH rolling over. Here's silver if you want to buy silver. Seems sketchy to buy this, even though it's a flag, given that it's silver. RGTI coming out. So you want to still, it's got to get off the scan. APLD, nothing. PL came back. Cypher came back. ANF is just marching up unstoppably, but can't buy it. Open, not looking good as, again. HUT finally rolling over. Wolf coming back a little bit. ONDS coming back. Hopefully it'll form something. AAOI with the Optos. BBAI. Nothing too interesting. HYMC, definitely don't buy that. Lunar with the spaces coming down. And that may be that, as they say. So as far as interesting names, we already have the same list, but see how they're building up. Building out. Regeneron is a new entrant that could be worth, I'm not sure it's going to crack the top 6, but could be worth looking at. Airbnb, same situation, except even scarier on the long side, I think. It's so extended. Gold is not uninteresting. NEM. Shop. Kind of in no man's land, but okay. CRS is pretty choppy. Love, I don't know about those airlines right now. Bloom, we're watching it, but not feeling strong after Friday's move. In fact, Bloom, I'm just going to take it off now, I think, although it might surprise. NUE, kind of like Regeneron. CCL, the cruisers cruised, and that's got to come back. The memory names are holding in there, but I don't know if this is immediately actionable. It already did the left side peak. CRH went. I guess APO is interesting. AMAT is just grinding, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Selk, choppy as always. TSAM, nothing special. VTRS is extended at this point. TKO is maybe worth getting into. It's pretty extended. Tesla has to build out here. We'll see how that responds on Monday. Keys coming back from that pullback and then grinding. A lot like whatever one we just saw doing that. It was back a while ago actually, so we'll just ignore whatever it was, but trust that that is a common type of move. While this POS is buffering, we can actually look at what else we've got going on here. Definitely some repeats. I think this one is gone. This one is gone. This is from Friday though. a week ago. This one is gone. I think a fair number of these are still interesting. What is going on here? If this doesn't unfreeze in the next 30 seconds, then we'll just end the stream because this is absolutely unforgivable. Be well, do well. This is actually live. Unfortunately, Thinkorswim, Schwab, Ameritrade, which is now Schwab, does maintenance on the weekends, although I'm not sure that's what's going on. Pretty sure that's part of it, and I don't know what to say except I hate this company. Not this company. This company. And I wish they took pride in their product. I don't know what to say except for that. So I will see you in the next one because the watch list is not possible if you can't load the charts. So hopefully some of that helped. And I'll see you in the Discord on Monday morning.